The Serpent of the Nile, a story of Cleopatra. Hello, history lovers, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're journeying back to a time of pharaohs, pyramids, and unparalleled power. We're going to uncover the captivating, often tragic, and utterly unforgettable story of one of history's most iconic women, Cleopatra VII, the last active pharaoh of ancient Egypt. Forget what you think you know from Hollywood movies. While dazzling, those tales often simplify a woman who was a political genius, a brilliant linguist, and a shrewd strategist, born into a dynasty riddled with ambition and violence. Cleopatra was born in 69 BC into the Ptolemaic dynasty, a line of Greek rulers who had governed Egypt for nearly 300 years after the death of Alexander the Great. She was fiercely intelligent, educated in mathematics, philosophy, oratory, and crucially, she was the only Ptolemaic ruler to truly master the Egyptian language. This endeared her to her people in a way her ancestors never achieved. Her father, Ptolemy XII Auletes, was a weak and unpopular ruler. When he died in 51 BC, Cleopatra, at just 18, was set to rule alongside her 10-year-old brother, Ptolemy XIII, as was the custom. But sibling rivalry in the Ptolemaic court was less about squabbles and more about daggers. Soon, Ptolemy XII's advisors maneuvered to strip Cleopatra of her power, forcing her to flee Egypt. But Cleopatra was not one to relinquish her birthright easily. She began to raise an army, setting the stage for a dramatic return. Entered Julius Caesar. In 48 BC, the powerful Roman general arrived in Egypt, hot on the heels of his rival, Pompey. Egypt was a vital grain supplier for Rome, and its stability was paramount. Cleopatra, seeing an opportunity, made a move that would become legend. Knowing she couldn't openly walk into the palace, she had herself famously smuggled in, rolled up in a carpet or a linen sack, and delivered directly to Caesar. Imagine the surprise. This audacious act, combined with her charisma, intelligence, and charm, immediately captivated Caesar. He was 52, she was 21. Their affair was passionate, but it was also a political alliance. With Caesar's backing, Cleopatra defeated her brother's forces in the Alexandrian War, and Ptolemy XIII drowned in the Nile. Cleopatra was once again Queen of Egypt, ruling with another younger brother, Ptolemy XIV. She gave birth to Caesar's son, whom she proudly named Caesarion, meaning Little Caesar. Cleopatra even visited Rome with Caesarion. Staying in Caesar's villa, she was a sensation, captivating the Roman elite, though many viewed her presence as scandalous. She dreamt of a unified Roman-Egyptian empire, with her son as its heir. But destiny had other plans. In 44 BC, Julius Caesar was assassinated on the Ides of March. The world and Cleopatra's plans were thrown into chaos. Cleopatra quickly returned to Egypt, arranging for the death of Ptolemy XIV to ensure Caesarion's position, and navigating the treacherous waters of Roman civil war. The Roman Republic plunged into civil war after Caesar's death. Three powerful men emerged: Octavian, Caesar's adopted heir; Lepidus, and Mark Antony. Antony, a formidable general and a charismatic figure, summoned Cleopatra to Tarsus in 41 BC. And again, Cleopatra made an unforgettable entrance. She arrived on a gilded barge, adorned with purple sails and silver oars, while attendants fanned her with exotic perfumes. She was dressed as the goddess Aphrodite. Antony, waiting on shore, was utterly enchanted. Their affair quickly blossomed into a profound love, perhaps the most famous in history. They spent winters together in Alexandria, reveling in Egyptian luxury. They had 3 children, twins Alexander Helios and Cleopatra Selene, and another son, Ptolemy Philadelphus. But this was more than just a love story. It was a political alliance against Octavian. Octavian, a shrewd and ambitious politician, used Antony's devotion to Cleopatra against him. He painted Antony as a puppet of the Oriental queen, threatening Roman values. The stage was set for the ultimate showdown. The clash came in 31 BC at the Battle of Actium. It was a decisive naval battle. Cleopatra commanded her own fleet, fighting alongside Antony. But the battle turned against them, and in a chaotic turn of events, Cleopatra's ships retreated, followed by Antony's. It was a devastating defeat. They fled back to Egypt, with Octavian's forces hot on their heels. Antony, receiving false news of Cleopatra's death, fell on his own sword, dying in her arms. Cleopatra, now a prisoner of Octavian, tried to negotiate. She even attempted to seduce him, just as she had Caesar and Antony. But Octavian was immune to her charms. He intended to parade her through Rome as a captive, a symbol of his triumph. Cleopatra, the proud queen who had defied Rome for so long, refused this ultimate humiliation. In 30 BC, at the age of 39, she took her own life. Legend says she used an asp, a venomous Egyptian cobra, choosing to die by the sacred symbol of her land, rather than be paraded as a spoil of war, and so ended the Ptolemaic dynasty. Egypt became a Roman province, and with Cleopatra's death, the age of the pharaohs truly ended. Cleopatra's story is one of unparalleled ambition, intelligence, and tragic love. She was a formidable ruler who used every tool at her disposal: her intellect, her charisma, her political acumen, and yes, her beauty, to fight for her throne and her people's independence against the burgeoning might of Rome. She wasn't just a queen, she was the Serpent of the Nile, a woman who charmed the most powerful men in the world and almost reshaped the course of history. Her story continues to fascinate and inspire, a testament to a woman who dared to stand against an empire. Thank you for joining us on this journey through ancient Egypt. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next historical adventure. If you want to see the rest of this series, subscribe, like, share, and hype this video so you don't miss the next video. Thank you all.